Hi, this is Satiris Basakaropoulos from AskSatiris.com, and this is day 6 of the 30-day video challenge. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the cost of indecision. Okay, so one of the things I've been teaching people how to set up their online businesses now for, I've been working online for nearly 14 years, and throughout that period I've met and helped so many people to set up online businesses and websites, and marketed so many products and services, learned social media marketing strategy, everything you can think about. But one of the biggest things that I personally think that costs people the most amount of money and causes the most amount of failures on the internet is the cost of indecision. And when I say indecision, I just mean, not being decisive and not just doing what you need to do, okay? Starting to ask all these questions and starting to look at different things and starting to compare things, and then I don't think this is perfect, and this might not be the perfect theme, and the font on this isn't perfect, you need to maybe change this font. And I mean, I completely couldn't count on my hands. I couldn't even count in my head the amount of people that have failed at this business because of their indecision. For example, there was one girl who came and she decided she wanted to make money online, okay? And she basically bought a service for me to basically set up her website, set up her autoresponder and so on. And one of the first things I explain to people, when they start an online business, is there's a free way to do a business online, which isn't a business, it's a hobby. And there's a way that you have to pay for the stuff, which is a business, okay? And if you don't pay to set up your online business, it means you're going to be using other people's services. And when you're using other people's free services, it's basically like you setting up a McDonald's franchise and building it in your next door neighbour's garden, right? You wouldn't do it. But people, to save themselves, $10 a month or $20 a month or $100 a year, they will go and they will host their blog with WordPress.com or Blogger.com. And the thing is, it's not on their land, it's on Blogger's land or WordPress's land. And WordPress and Blogger, delete loads and loads and loads of blogs every year. So if you're spending, 2 hours a day for a year and working on your business, and say your salary is $10 an hour, right? So if you're spending 2 hours a day, that's $20 of your time a day, okay? And say you're doing it 5 days a week, right? That's $100 a week, okay? Over 52 weeks, that's it's either 5,200 or 52,000. I'm not sure, right? But it's a lot of money, okay? And there's people who want to save $10 a month or $20 a month and work for a year, or maybe work for 5 years on a free hosting, that one day they come and it's deleted, right? So that's like giving that's like giving 50 grand or 500 grand's worth of your work for nothing, right? It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. But some people, when they hear, oh, you're going to have to pay something for a website, or you're going to have to pay something for an autoresponder, they start to, hem and ha, and, oh, I'll need to check, and I'll need to see what's available, I'll need to look at all the different things, and they go around and they end up going nowhere because they don't actually know what they're doing, right? And that's the cost of indecision. And I had someone like that tonight. Someone contact me tonight and ask me, for information about setting up a website. And the way they were speaking, they hadn't even thought like it was going to cost anything. Yeah, I think they just thought it was going to be free. They were going to call up someone. The person's going to just do it for free. Now, I do help people to set up their business for free sometimes, especially if they're, in a certain situation. But the thing is that, you can't you can't expect to set up an online business for free. You're going to have to pay for tools. You're going to have to pay for different things for your business, right? If it's going to be a serious business. And the guy said to me, he said, look, I just want to get started. I just want to start the business, and then when I make money, when the business grows and I make money, then I'll buy, I'll buy better stuff or more stuff or whatever, okay? Now, some people might relate to that and say, yeah, that's a good idea, or that's what I would do, and that's smart thinking, right? But I'm sorry, I completely disagree with this, okay? Can you imagine, if 1,000 years ago or 500 years ago or even 100 years ago, can you imagine if the farmer turned around and said, look, give me the money and then I will give you the seeds, right? No, give me the money and then I will give you the seeds, right? And he went to his field and walked up to the field and said, look, I want the potatoes. Just give me all the potatoes you have, right? And when you give me the potatoes and I sell them and make the money, then I'm going to pay for you to get loads more seeds next year, right? Now, what do you think the field's going to say to the farmer, right? The farmer with no money to plant the seeds. Now, this picture, it might give an idea of what the farmer would actually get. But the truth about this picture, even this picture here, the truth about this picture here, if it's taken in a modern country and not somewhere, where everyone goes around with a scythe in their hand, if you look at this picture, right, the farmer with no money wouldn't have even had the tractor to level off that soil, right? So that field would be completely overgrown. There'd probably be trees and bushes and hedges and God knows what stuff growing in his field, right? If the farmer said, I've no money to buy a tractor to plough the field, or I've no money to hire a tractor to plough a field, or I've no money to buy the seeds, or I've no money, to transport the water, to water the seeds, right? If the farmer said that, he would have no money, he would have no business, and his whole family would starve. But yet, people come along on the internet and they say, I want to start a business, I've no money, but when I make money, I'm going to invest some money into it, right? That's really not how it works. It's really not how it works. And it's really a bad way to start your business, it's just a really bad way to start your business. And the thing about, if you're doing an online business and you are selling tools or products or services, if you go around looking for everything for free, all you're going to attract is other freebie seekers. And the thing is, all these people are coming on the internet looking to make money, and they've got one big problem, and that is that they're all looking for something for free. That means that you who signed up the 5 freebie seekers are going to get nothing. The freebie seekers who sign up the freebie seekers are going to get nothing. The other freebie seeker that signs up the other freebie seeker is going to get nothing. So everybody's going to be broke, right? So until you start, setting up a proper business and you start charging for food, nobody will get wages to pay rent, to the landlord, and the landlord won't get any money to pay his mortgage, and the bank won't get any money to pay its cashiers, etc., etc. And of course, let's not forget its shareholders, right? Etc., 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 right? So, but getting back to the indecisiveness, You know, I've known countless people who, start up a business. I mean, this girl, she paid for the website, and then she decided that when there was two recurrent costs, right? There was the recurrent cost of an autoresponder and hosting. Um, she decided that it was a rip-off, okay? Because if you pay hosting and an autoresponder for your business, it's a rip-off. But what she didn't tell me when I went to her Facebook, and the writing was in a different writing, and I couldn't even read it. And I was like, why, if you're setting up an online business and you're trying to sell people, a travel company or travel website, why would you change your name into a different language, right? But what I found out was that basically she was on benefits. So she was actually trying to start up a business on benefits, and she couldn't say she was earning money, right? And that again is the cost of indecision, because she couldn't use her name, she couldn't brand herself, she couldn't do anything. So, partly she probably used the cost of the recurring products, okay? Partly she used the blame that, I was saying to her she needed to buy a couple of recurring products, that there was something wrong with me. And then partly in the back of her head, which was probably a big part of her problem, was that she was on benefits. She was actually terrified to make any money, right? So she did like one or two posts, and then she stopped, right? She stopped. And then after a few months, she started ringing up, cracking up because of her hosting costs and autoresponder. And she wanted me to go with her to contact the autoresponder company to stop the, autoresponder and to stop all this stuff, right? And that is why, she has no business online today. That's why she doesn't make any money from her website today, okay? Another girl, she wanted everything perfect. Brilliant writer, she could write everything. She could write copy, she could write, everything. But she wanted everything perfect, right? And she wanted money now, right? Not tomorrow, but yesterday. She wanted the money yesterday. And the thing was, she would spend a lot of time, putting all the writing, getting the font right, and writing the perfect sentences and making everything look perfect, right? And then she wouldn't like the banner, and she'd take 2 days to figure out the banner, and then she would go and she would change she would change the theme so that the banner would look better, and then something else wouldn't work and something else, and she would spend 2 weeks, and instead of having launched the website and made 10 or 20 sales, 2 weeks later she wouldn't have the website out yet because there would be some problem, right? And then because she spent 2 weeks on it and she didn't get paid because she expected to be paid before she did anything, then she got pissed off with it and thought, oh, this doesn't make money, so I'm not going to do any more. So then she stopped, and then of course, what was the outcome of that? Well, she didn't do anything. She didn't have a website. She didn't put content on it. So she didn't make any money. Okay? So there's so many people like that, who live their whole lives with the cost of indecision. I had another guy who's been selling products and services online for years. I told him to go and buy a shopping cart, right? It'll make him an absolute fortune, right? But instead he wants to spend money going to seminars, listen to lectures, listen to personal development people, and he sells products and services online. Whenever someone has to pay him, he has to contact his clients and give them his bank details for them to wire the money to his bank account, right? This is like something that you did 20 years ago, because he doesn't invest a few $100s to get his payment system up and running perfectly and to increase his income maybe 3 or 4 times. So this, my friend, is the cost of indecision in your business. So if someone tells you, this is what you need to do to make money, and they're making money, you either listen and do it, or you start being indecisive and you go around and you say, oh, what will I do? Or, I wonder, would that hosting be cheaper than that? I wonder, would that autoresponder? Oh, you get a couple of 100 people free in that autoresponder first. Maybe I should do that, and all this sort of stuff, right? And that basically is the cost of indecision. And I would say that 90% of people who go online to make money, they don't make money online. And the reason for that is because of their indecision. It's because they didn't decide. They decided, oh, maybe I want to make a website, or maybe I want to start a business, and they came and they did one or two blog posts, but then they weren't sure and said, oh, I don't know if this will work, right? So their indecision made them not do any more blog posts, make them not create any more content, make them not set up their systems, make them not buy the shopping cart they need, make them not buy the other tools they need for their business. And hey presto, after a few months they're paying money, they don't make any money, and then say, oh, this is costing me money. So they cancel their hosting, they cancel their autoresponder, they cancel everything, and they're another failure of the internet, right? So if you're going to do an internet business, right, and you're serious, what you need to do is you need to get the things that you need to get. You could do it yourself. You could spend 5 years learning it, or you can come to someone like myself who can show you exactly how to do it. I can have a website up for you in a couple of hours. Literally, I can have a website up and ready, to make money. But not if you're indecisive. If you can't decide if you want an autoresponder, if you can't decide if you want hosting, if you can't go and start a website because it's going to take you 5 weeks to work out which hosting company you want to go with, because you want to do a comparison and you want to do this and you want to do that, then you probably shouldn't even be blogging, because you're probably not a good person, a good fit for blogging, okay? Because you're not going to be decisive and you're not going to do it. You're not going to get up and say, right, I'm going to do my blog post here, and in 2 hours it's done. You're going to be the person who's going to talk about it and think about it for 6 months, and the people are going to come to the site and there's going to be nothing there, and you're going to make no money, and you're going to be broken. You're going to spend 6 months thinking about something that you don't do, paying hosting for something that you don't take action on, and paying an autoresponder, and then you say, oh, this doesn't work, and then you'll quit. So, number one rule, stop the indecision, cut out all the BS, and just do it. Just do what you've got to do. If you want to be successful in a blogging business, what you need to do is you need to create the website, create the blogs, get all the systems up that you need. You need to pay that whatever way. You need to decide, what products you need. Realistically, I would say if you're coming in, if you're going to set up a McDonald's franchise, you'll need, maybe $500,000 or maybe more, right? If you're coming in and you want to set up a serious internet business, realistically, you probably need $1,500 to $2,000 to get all the tools, to get everything you need, and you're maybe talking anywhere from $50 to $200 a month for other ongoing tools, okay? Now, you could probably get away with just, $70 or $80 a month and do the bare minimum. But really, you should allow yourself to be serious. You should allow yourself at least a couple of $100 a month to pay different things, for your business, right? The same way if you had a restaurant, you would pay rent, you would pay rates, you would pay taxes, you would pay for food every day, you'd pay for stock, you'd pay for wines, you'd pay your staff every day wages, you'd pay for pots, pans, crockery, cutlery, light bulbs, you'd have to pay for everything. So really, if you're able to set up a business online and make thousands of dollars for a couple of $100 a month, it's a very, very small price to pay for a one-off, couple of grand investment, and a few $100. And that's for software. That's not to pay me some fee, that's not to pay me a couple of $1,000 to teach you. That is just, for different tools. You're going to need more than one tool for the job if you're doing it properly. But you can get started up basically with hosting, a domain and a website. You can get started up, probably realistically for $50 a month, but if you want to do it properly, aim for more, allow yourself more, do it properly, make it a really good business. Don't start off as a cheapskate, or, you could end up with with this farmer guy with the empty field walking off complaining, about why his field didn't make him any money, right? At the end of the day, that is not the field's fault, right? That would be the farmer's fault. The same way, if you're doing indecision in your online business, it's costing you a lot of money. So stop it. Just do it. The simple steps, the simple steps to this business are, right? You want to create the blog or website. Okay. You want to buy the add-on tools necessary to systemize it. Right. You want to decide, and don't spend too long doing this, decide on how frequently you're going to post on it. So it could be twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. It could be every day. It could be daily. It could be Monday to Friday, or it could be once a week or once a month. Okay, decide how frequently you're going to blog. Right, and then once you do that, decide how frequency, how often you're going to blog. Then you want to share all your content everywhere. Or you can use paid advertising, or social media strategies, which I teach, by the way, in my 101 blogging tips video series. If you haven't already got that, you can go to buildingabetterblog.com/101 blogging tips, and you'll be able to get that training directly into your inbox. Okay, so you want to share all your content everywhere, or you can use paid advertising and social media strategies. Personally, I share my content everywhere on social media, on groups, and free classified ad sites, anywhere at all that you can share your stuff. The more people that see your blog or content, the more money you can actually make with your online business. Okay, so these are the things you want to do. So if you're going to blog every day, then start blogging daily. Just do it. Start today. Don't wait the next week or procrastinate next month or next year. Okay? If you're going to blog daily, just do it. Write your first blog post now, or make your first video now. Okay? And upload it to your blog. Right? Inside your blog, you'll obviously want calls to actions. But I cover all this stuff in the 101 blogging tips video series, and it's completely free. So I would advise you to go there, and you'll get all this information there anyway. So you want to blog daily. You want to give people a call to action so you can get paid, or so you can get some benefits out of them reading your content. And you want to do this as a long-term strategy. Do this. Plan on it taking a year to make money. It could make money in a week, it could make money in 2 weeks, it might take 6 months. But when you do this plan for a year. So imagine that it could take you a year to make money, okay? And keep doing this every day or every week or whatever frequency you decide to blog. Keep doing it, okay? And plan to do it for at least a year, okay? There's some marketers that took 5 years to do it. But with the trainings I'm giving you and so on, you should be able to shortcut that by a lot of years, okay, if you follow the trainings and follow the steps that I actually tell you. So that's it for my video for this evening. And I hope that the price of Indecision will not rob you. And I wish you lots of success in your blog or website business. If you've any questions, you can go down to the bottom of any of my websites. You can see my 101 blogging tips training. It's at building, I'll just write it down for you, building a better blog.com/101 blogging tips. Just enter your name and email and you will get the training step by step directly into your inbox every day. Okay, so that's it for me. I will see you again in tomorrow's 30-day challenge video. Thanks very much.